Alright, here we go. 6.0 Power Stroke 2006. Passenger side glow plug install. So we're going to do it. We're going to knock this out real quick. Alright, things we're going to need. 5.5 millimeter. You're going to need a deep 10 mil. You're going to need 8 millimeter socket. Some extensions. If you got wobbles, those will help too, but don't really think you'll need them. I'm able to actually go through and get them out with the sockets, pull the whole glow plug out. If you're not able to, then you're going to go through and grab a wobble socket so you can kind of get up in there, and then as well as like a bendable magnet, that'll work, or a straight little magnet will work too. But yeah, there you go. Here we go. You're gonna have a bunch of these 5.5 millimeters, so get you 5.5 millimeter and a ratchet, and zip these off. Get you your 8 mil. Make sure you're spinning in the right direction. Go through and zip that off. Also one up here. Also going to be one up here towards the front. I almost forgot to let you know to take that one off. But zip that off. Also, if you look under here, you're going to have 3 nuts going through and holding on the vacuum box. I've already taken 2 of them off. There's one there. They're in a triangular formation. There you go. Boom, boom. Take those off. The sizes are going to be either a 7/16 or you can hit them with an 11 millimeter. Make sure you go through and zip those off. That comes off. After you go through and remove those nuts for the vacuum box, there's some lines here. Take those lines nice and easy, delicately, so you don't break them. Remove them. And you can go through and take this vacuum box out, so when you move your liner, it doesn't fall down on you. I mean, if you want to leave it, you can. It'll just sit there, but no point in trying to wreck this little piece of junk. So once you have all that removed, you can start removing the wheel liner. It's going to be a little bit of a fight, but you'll be alright. It's nice and easy. Pull down on it, pull it out of the way, unseat it. Then you can come straight out with it, once you're unseated, and come out with it. Make sure you go through and undo this sensor from the back of the liner. Nice and easy, just kind of pulls out. And then from there, the liner is completely released and can be removed. Here, take your liner out. Nice and easy. Boom. Take your liner. Yeet. Move that out of the way. So from here, depending on the height of your truck, you can actually go through and throw a jack or something over here and get it raised up. I wouldn't completely raise it off the ground unless you're going to put it off jack stands. You could also go through and take this wheel and tire and remove it. Get it up out of your way. It'd be a little easier to work in here, but realistically, it's not really in my way. So depending on the height of your vehicle, I mean, obviously, if you got like a big lifted 12-inch lift or whatever, I'm sure you're going to fit in there perfectly fine. But even at stock height, we're sitting pretty good. We'll be able to fit in here. If you want to, you can go through and spray these with PB Blaster prior to. I haven't had too many issues. I actually took this truck and got it up to temp and made sure it was nice and hot. So these glow plugs and everything should come out. If they're cold, then you're going to have to spray them with PB Blaster. You're just going to have fun trying to go through and get them out of there. I would suggest going through and getting them nice and hot, and you should be good to go. Here's our special tool. I got mine through Alliant. I was actually pretty ticked off the fact that this thing looks like it's been used. I mean, it's going to do its job, but when you go through and spend 30 or 40 bucks, you expect your parts or your tools or whatever to at least somewhat look brand new. This thing directly out of the box looks like this. Not real happy about that, but if you guys want to snag yourself one, Alliant Power, part number Alpha Papa 0078. And that's what we're going to be using. So what you're going to do is take this glow plug tool, and there's a slot on the glow plug. There's going to be a slot on the glow plug that this tool is going to sit on. You're going to go through and take this, throw this in there like so. That's how it's going to sit on there. It's going to sit on the little slot, and then from there, you're going to go through and take your glow plug tool. You're going to work it up out of there. It'll go through, it'll seat on there. Of course, it's got O-rings that hold it in. That O-ring's actually sitting pretty good. It's probably my only good injector on this truck. But you'll go through, seat it in there. It'll seat in like so. It'll hook up at the very top up here. It'll hook into there. It's hook into there. Pull it directly out. We'll go through and do this for all four. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Don't forget, make sure you get it nice and hot.
Here we go. So I modified my tool a little bit, put a little bit of a bend on it so I can fit it here on this passenger side. It works for the driver's side. Here on the passenger side it doesn't. But here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take this tool, put it up on here, slide it up in there. So it's got the groove. It's got the groove for you. Go through, put it up in there. Firmly grasp it. Then you right out. While you're at it, go through and remove the hot side intercooler pipe. It's an 11 mil. Don't be an idiot. Make sure it's on loose. Get you a couple little extendos real quick. Drop it on there in the hole. Make sure you spit on it. Loosen Playboy right out. Take this cold side out, clean it, do whatever, or go buy a new one. From here, I mean, I really didn't want to go through and drain all the coolant. But you can actually go through and drain the coolant from the radiator and all that other good stuff. Undo this little T-line here, and that'll move the coolant line stuff here. You can move it up out of your way. You'll undo the bolt for the alternator bracket. There's another one back up in there. But you can get this up out of your way, or you can just move it from there. And then you can go through and unplug the glow plug harness from here. You can kind of fish it back. I didn't go through and undo these. I just kind of unplugged it and then lifted it up a little bit and fished it under and go from there. But then from here, you're going to have to go through and pick up this wiring harness and get this unattached from the bolt head that it's on. This is a little attachment. It literally just sits on the bolt head or the nut or whatever. Just sits in there. You just go through and pop it off. You do the same here. It pops off from there too. You'll just work it off. And then from here, once you have it out, you can actually yank out the passenger side injector harness. Alright, here you go. Wobble and 10 mil. Put her on up in there. Ratchet her loose. And boom, got glow plug out. From here, once you have all the glow plugs back in and installed, you can take your trusty harness and run it back in. Alright, so this side's going to plug in here. It's going to go under. It's a little bracket that goes on the bolt. It's going to lock in there. Same with there. Yep, another little bracket locks on the bolt. Stream it down. Then from here, you're going to have your end. You're going to take it and spray it with some kind of grease. Make sure it's not all tore up. Go through, get them all sprayed out, plug back in. Go through, insert keys, start vehicle. Make sure nothing pops out, and you're good.